to be or not to be.
So shut up, everybody.
You can't cut off this debate that easy.
Look,
Okay, guys, we gotta stop talking about murderers and become murder hobos.
Oh, so instead of that, we're just going to talk about murdering werewolves. Thanks, guys.
Woo!
Don't
How
repeat
about
your
the
killing
weather?
over and over again.
Listen, so
One of
far
your-
we've had a pretty good track record with the werewolves, though.
One of
Killing them?
our party members is quite literally a murderer who has murdered multiple people now.
You have to be
I
more
think
specific.
they're all murderers.
They're murder hobos. They're adventurers.
yeah, it's adventurers are always murder hobos. Welcome back to the Actor's Dungeon, ladies and gentlemen. To
Yay.
tune into our special crazier debates, you've got to subscribe to the channel, and then you can be exclusive to all of our crazy shit that we talk about.
Ooh,
You should put up a vote.
secret.
You should put up a vote for to see if people actually want to see that. That'll be the second channel.
Yeah.
Hot takes.
Yeah.
You can be here for the beforehand chats.
New podcast called Hot Takes, where I get really attractive people to just like say horrible, horrible shit.
All right.
We'll just call it. We'll call it Tad Talk.
I want to quickly thank our two viewers who were waiting there as soon as we started. Thank you very much.
Oh,
I hope you enjoyed the show.
Thank you.
I'm going to go out and assume one of you is Tony. Please feel free to say hi in the chat. If it is you, Tony, or if it isn't, please feel free to say hi. We'd love to know if you're there. And I know last week James was watching in the chat as well, and now James is here with us. We're happy to have you. And just so everybody knows, next Friday, next game's going to be on Friday, not Saturday. We have our first celebrity guest, which we're very excited for. Deb Monroe. Not only is she coach to many of us, you will remember her from Dragon Ball GT, all that fun stuff that we grew up with. Deb is an amazing person, and I am so excited to have her here with us next week. Let me first introduce our judges this week. We have returning one Christopher Cohn. Say hello, Christopher.
Hello.
So, Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself for some of our new fans who might not have met you before.
Yes. Hello, I'm Christopher Combs. You might know me from, well, not much in particular for yet. But I have worked with Mike on several different things, especially the most recent thing being a showcase that we put together, and that was pretty tight. And I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I also really like that scene. I've been using it as a demo piece because it turned out pretty damn good.
Right?
I know. All right, and as our acting judge, we have J.M. Scannell. Say hello, James.
Hello.
So tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and what makes you an excellent judge of the performing arts.
Film school graduate, been casting director on several short films, then stumbled into accounting and have been doing that for a couple of years on some big features and some TV shows.
Nice. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, James. Thank you very much, Christopher. I hope you enjoy our show. And, well, of course, I'm your host and GM, Mike Kosh. This is mainly what I do, aside from some cartoons here and there. My co-host and future DJ, after we work out some kinks in our music stuff, we've still got one more thing to try before we have to bite the bullet and buy some more hardware. Mr. Curtis Cooper. Say hello, Curtis Cooper.
Hi, I am Curtis Cooper. You can call me NPC Curtis. I am going to be slaughtered mercilessly as different werewolves today.
All right. And right next to him, we have Alexander V. Cantrell, our floating head for the evening.
Ooh, I'm a ghost.
Scary.
But I don't scream. I just flip you off.
Wasn't that
I got ghosts that
Very
can't even be
accidental
bothered. It's
effect.
like, am I not passed over yet? Oh, fuck.
It was
all
a
this.
robot chicken thing. Like, aren't you Casper the friendly ghost? No, I'm Jasper, the douchebag ghost. That was good.
That's me.
Yeah. And then next to Lxndr, we have Charlie. Say hello, Charlie.
Hi, how you doing? That's it. That's all you got.
And coming
You
up
gotta pay
next
for extra.
is Kurt. I see how this goes.
Yeah.
Kurt Combrink.
What's
Eating
going
during
on?
class?
Yeah. Munching
Anything
on
else to
some.
share?
Yeah, I got plenty of nuts for everybody. You want my
No,
nuts?
thank you. That's okay.
Anybody want my nuts?
I don't want your nuts.
Okay. You want it?
Are your nuts in a hard plastic container?
And quickly cutting away from this, Kayla. Say hello, Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I don't have nuts.
Good.
I'm not saying.
We're off to a rockin' start. Next up is Ryan. Say anything, Ryan.
Cutting us off during that engaging conversation. I thought this was America. What happened to free speech, huh?
Yeah.
Joke's on you. Half of us
We're
are
in
in
Canada.
Canada.
I was gonna
Yeah.
We don't have
He's
free speech up here. We
Canadian,
just have
he
like
doesn't
freedom
know.
of opinion.
Yeah.
Where are the Zoom servers hosted? That's how we'll decide this.
Fair enough.
Canada.
Canada. All right. So, normally we would begin with a recap that all the players have to improvise, or improvise a character, but I was too busy doing some other stuff this week, and I didn't write a recap. So
You just forgot. It's okay. You can say it.
I can do it in like 5 minutes at most.
What, you write it, or you want to perform it on the spot?
I'll do it right now. I'll describe it.
Okay, Ryan's up. Ladies and gentlemen, go Ryan.
So, as occurred last time, Mac the Kobold engaged in a long, arduous journey to reunite with his friends after curing a werewolf and learning that they were a townsperson. Along the way, they threatened at least 2 people, purchased some tears, and also made friends with a monster that was immediately slain. Meeting up with his companions, the group embarked into the woods, like the movie and the play, just like that. Along the way, they encountered the purple light. Agreeing it was an obvious trap, they all decided to walk towards it. And as expected, it was a trap, and suddenly they were attacked by possibly spectral, possibly real, who knows at this point, wolves. There we go.
Wow.
All right, well done.
All right.
Wow, that was less
Awesome.
than a minute. It's
Awesome.
just
Wow.
your minute just ended now. Well done.
I can't
Don't doubt my
Wow.
powers.
remembered all of that. I could barely remember what I had for lunch.
All right, and thus we return to our game now. So, our players had just witnessed Mac vanquish some wolves, leaving 2 of these strange, snarly, mangy acid wolves. A strange mixture of possibly alchemy and nature, or some means of nefarious infernal work. Whatever it is, you had wolves that shot acid at you. It was pretty gross. In the meantime, Vlas the Ass had managed to ignite the dragon blood on his dagger, imbuing it with fire, which is something strange, that although dragon blood has known to be flammable or absorb other types of elements, the fact that his blade was now carrying the fire as easily as a torch was something strange to be considered at a later date. But at this point, we return now right where we left off. Phelan, you have just, in a blinding flash, Mac annihilates 3 of the wolves. You shield your eyes, and when you come to, there is one of these acid wolves right on your heels, snarling its jaws. What do you do?
Well, I am going to hustle on out of there. Hustle a little ways away, because I don't think I can shoot a bow from that close up.
Alright, so you look around, trying to decide which way to run. You are still in the zone of
the slow zone.
The slow zone. There we go. So you know you'll have to move as quickly as your elven feet can carry you. Where do you... You can move closer to Vlas the Ass, hide behind some brambles, or get up on some of the fallen logs.
And leave me open for attack.
And leave Mac open for an attack.
Well, I'm also open for attack where I am right now, so...
Don't forget you can...
Squishy.
Dramatic pause, you can click and move your own token to wherever you want to go.
Oh, well, see, last time I had trouble with that during the rehearsal.
Oh. I can help then. Just describe the area you want to end up. Dramatic resume.
Dramatic resume. I'm going to run on over to the logs and leave Mac exposed.
Oh no!
You leave Mac exposed. Yeah.
Damn, where is the teamwork?
Well, I did. What do you want me to do?
Jeez, Archer, you can't take a hit.
Yeah, Archer. That means I'm supposed to be farther back.
That's a really judgmental ghost.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
So Phelan, you find yourself crouched between one fallen log. Sorry. Should be here. Whoop! You find yourself crouched between one fallen log and one stump, giving you a little bit of cover and making you less appetizing than Mac for the maw of this wolf. Phelan, you are now out of the slow zone, and you can take a shot at the wolf if you desire.
Yes, I will try to take a shot at the wolf, just so I'm gonna try to help you out, Mac. I'm gonna take a little shoot at him, even though I left you wide open.
All right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I
Alrighty.
forgive you, because you're my friend.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. I'm gonna aim at your other little furry friends over here. Dramatic pause. Which number do I hit?
No worries. It's your first attack, so you're going to hit the biggest one.
Okay, got you. Dramatic resume. Okay, I'm going to aim at that wolf right in front of Mac, and I'm gonna get ouchie on him.
Mm-hmm.
You only rolled a 30?
That's a lot
Don't
of
worry,
damage.
Mac. Don't worry, Mac. See, I got you. I might be farther back, but this wolf is like donezo, man.
Mac, there's a moment where you worry that with Phelan departing, you are now a much more appetizing target for the wolf. But suddenly an arrow lands right in the side of the wolf's head, causing it to stagger and stumble and whimper.
I did it!
Good job, Mac.
Yeah!
Alrighty.
Way to go.
Eridan, the wolf growls at you, unleashing a torrent of caustic acid right at you and Vlas. Eridan, you simply put your shield before you, suffering no damage as it all just leaks off onto the ground. You shake it triumphantly. Vlas the Ass, on the other hand, with Eridan in front of you, you weren't quite able to see what was going on right before. the acid sprayed all over you.
That's the sound acid makes.
Take a bath.
I'm kind of imagining I just kind of like I see him like kind of hawk up, and I just tuck down and angle the shield, so I'm not knowing that Vlad is behind me. Haha! Like that, he just ricochets off my shield and sprays upward.
I'd argue you did know he was behind you.
Where's this acid coming from?
It is being spewed from the maw of the wolf itself.
Then why did it make that sound?
A special maw.
Airden, just throw him a breath mint.
Airden, what the hell are you doing?
That was
being burned right now.
That was a wolf. Sorry.
And Airden, as you muddle through that, the wolf attempts to leap at you and knock you down. Quite poorly.
Get off.
Airden.
Bad.
Airden. Make a strike against the wolf at your full attack.
I mean, if I might. Alright. Where is it here? There we go.
Alright.
A 21 hit.
The wolf lunges at you, and you quickly bonk it away with the shield. Give me a damage roll, please. Excellent.
3.
So the wolf backs up, growling and grumbling.
Brr.
Airden, it is now your turn. Thank you. Thank you, wolf.
Alright, so I'm going to throw the shield first at the one that just backed up.
Alrighty.
As my first attack. I'm pretty sure 29 hits.
Believe it or not, yes.
Alright. And, oops, I hit that twice.
No, it was a critical, so you got the bonus attack.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 14 damage.
Alright. Alright. The shield flies into the wolf, knocking it backwards and causing it to stagger. You can tell this creature, whatever is infesting it or has created it, is not holding up well.
Alright, and then I will move... Yeah, there we go. The 5 feet as it kind of ricochets back so I can catch it and just bring the edge of the shield down and see if I can finish it off.
Did you just Captain America me?
Yes. Yes, I did.
You know, nice. Nice.
Thank you.
But ow.
Only 2 points of damage.
Wow.
Curtis the wolf, you are just conged about by a shield. Your throat is exposed, but you are hanging on literally with 1 hit point left. Airden,
Go sleep.
you can make 1/3 attack with your with your 3rd attack penalty, or you can move backwards. What do you do?
Nah, I'm gonna try and finish him off.
Oh God, can I wait? Can I just be a pet? Can I be a pet? I can be your caustic wolf pet. Don't do this.
And it's a hit.
Whoa.
All
So,
right.
yeah, I throw the shield. It hits as it running, ricochets. Grab it.
Dang.
Curtis, give us your final howl. As the wolf is no more. But don't worry, Curtis, you can play the second wolf. Blast the ass. You see Airden, in a fit of both fury and precision, throw his shield at the wolf, causing it to stagger backwards and then finishing it off with a shield slice to the head. There's blood everywhere.
Did you get it? Yeah, okay, you got it.
Just looking at the two halves of the wolf like, oh, right, your eyes. Yes, I did.
Thanks. Ugh. Ow.
Want some water?
No, but I do want him.
All right. No judgment.
Yeah.
No, wolf, stop pointing at me.
I'm not pointing. I just, okay. I set my dagger on fire for a reason. I'm gonna stab something with it. That was the whole point of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and go running at the last wolf.
Glass, you charge in.
And I'm just gonna go full blown, just stab it, and pretty much make it a kebab on my dagger.
All right.
And that would be. I am so sorry. This thing that we have called a computer is not wanting to work with me. Oh, there it is. Okay.
What's a computer?
Yeah, I know. And there it is.
Glass, you hit. All right. Don't give us your damage, Vlass. As you thrust down with the flaming dagger. And the fire damage I am inputting manually. As you begin singeing the fur, you still, as the wolf staggers, you have time to either take another stab at it or get out of its threat range, Vlass.
I want to take another stab at it.
All right.
And out of here.
And this one, it misses.
Oh, you sneaky little.
Mac, you have some goo on your robes from having vanquished the wolves before, and now you've seen Eridan finish off one of the wolves. The wolf with that Phelan put an arrow in its head. You just saw Vlass have at it. I also just realized I screwed up. I didn't give Eridan and Vlass dramatic pause. I forgot to give you guys the slowed action, so you should have missed a turn. Humph and harumph, but that's on me. My fault. I'm angry at myself. Dramatic resume. Mac.
One. You can't prove that the goo is from the wolves. Be from anywhere. I'm a dirty boy.
And we just lost a viewer.
Oh no!
Oh no, I didn't mean to attack twice. That was just the first one. That was bad.
No, use the second one. That's okay.
Alrighty.
I also thought I was targeting it, but apparently not. Oopsies.
Alright, just roll it again. I'm gonna mulligan that because it's easier if you target it.
I can't target it.
There we
go.
Oh, okay.
Yay! God has smiled upon me.
Yes, and that is canon. Mac has met God not too long ago, and just ignored
he
him.
really didn't like me.
All right, Curtis.
You ignored him.
You got an arrow in your head. You got a flaming dagger plunged into your neck, and just when you were turning to face off against this orc ruffian,
it's not flaming anymore.
You get turned into a snowman. That much ice. Frozen solid.
I won!
Well, sir, I don't like it.
It's literally just the wolf's mouth moving. He's like frozen.
Like a perfectly square block, except for the magnet sticking out of it.
Well,
anybody want a wolf sickle?
You guys ever watch Incredibles? It's like that.
And with that, the encounter is finished, and you all stare in the aftermath. The stinking smell of the acid or whatever caustic fumes were coming from these wolves, and Phelan, you begin to realize perhaps this is what that unpleasant smell of rot was, that chemical odor coming from what you could tell was once a mighty and quiet forest. Vlas, the flames on your dagger slowly go out. Eridan, you witness this strange phenomenon of Vlas's dagger suddenly retaining fire as if it was a torch and then simply going out after the battle has concluded. Something is off about that, and you don't have to be a smith to figure that out.
Last, just you got
what?
Two things. You've got a bit of schmutz on this general area. Two, what? Just point at the dagger.
What?
You lit a bone dagger on fire, and then it stayed lit.
The blade is infused with dragon's blood. I explained this.
When?
At Peaches, remember? My father killed the dragon with it.
That doesn't mean that magic. See, okay, so that just means that your father killed a dragon with it. That does not mean that it was somehow made magical through the act. That is a completely different story.
Well, ever since he did it, it's been weird ever since then. And I don't know why. Yeah.
It's define weird.
And Eridan and Vlas
to
talk.
Mac. Our level of weird is kind of it's a gauge. So you're gonna need to maybe.
What is Mac doing?
I'm admiring the scenery.
What is going on?
He's doing a cartwheel. He's doing a cartwheel in place, and it just keeps going. He just keeps going.
It's providing the dramatic background dance to this scene.
Our general weird level is. Let's just look at Mac.
Hi.
Fairly high. So, doing good, bud.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah.
Mac, as you survey the land, well, Eridan and Vlas argue over what is and what isn't magic or weird, you see the lantern still softly glowing on the tree stump. Phelan.
Frost.
All right.
Pew!
If you'd like to.
Can you read it?
Why am I picturing you doing that like a kid playing a western? Just like
I'll get a little closer, but it's 30. Actually, let me double check. Oh, 120 feet. Yeah, that light's in my range.
All right.
Oh.
Here we go. Pew!
Excellent. I'm so glad you did this because in 1 hour from where you are, you hit Vlas, and it pretty much hits the trees and nothing else. So,
I
Mac,
think I'm smart enough to get in view of it. I'm not that stupid.
I know, but if you remember last game, Tony gave me a tomato with which to use. Tomatoes are the opposite of roses, and they benefit the GM. I'm cashing in my tomato to say, Mac, you genuinely believe you can make it through this tiny crevice in between. But unfortunately, all you hit is Vlas the ass. Mac, please Please roll your attack and damage.
Alright.
Damn.
Okay, it's a cantrip. I can try again.
Everybody's always hitting Vlas.
Vlas! As you're standing there arguing with Aridin, it gets very cold. It gets uncomfortably cold.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Look, I'm just... Look, could you stop doing that? I'm trying to have a conversation.
Aridin, you see the ice crystals flare out from Mac, spurring or sending spines of spires into the side of Vlas, and then just breaking amongst the trees.
Hold on, I can do this again. I just
Mac,
can't read.
Mac,
I don't know.
Mac,
Hi.
What have I told you?
Somebody set my
You
dagger
said no
back on
fire. It's not fire.
It's not yet, but that is
Somebody's-
and I'm glad you realize this. However, you just hit Blas. So
What you got in the way?
remember and move. Just take a step to the left or right. What were you trying to do?
I was trying to hit the lantern that caused this.
So
And with that, when Mac points out the lantern, you notice the shade has returned. This strange, misty figure in the haze, and I can't resist because of the camera. Lxndr, you will be voicing this shade.
Oh, now we anchor them.
No. Well, we did just kill all his wolves.
Look, just Mac, just get
started
within
it.
get within a clean line of sight. You remember what Phelan said about about ranged attacks? You get a
Yes.
clean line of sight, and then you do it. Don't try to.
Can you carry me? Because it's gonna slow me down, and I have 2 actions that need to be used, and I can't waste that moving.
You understand that I am still slowed by this effect that's happening, so you will, in fact, be moving as slow as I am, because I would be carrying you.
I also just like being carried.
Let me carry.
Is this? I'm curious.
Oh, come here.
Is this
like
your
a hug.
Is this your version of uppies? Is that what you want?
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it out loud.
I'll carry him. Let me carry him. Come here.
Hey,
Oh my god.
hey,
Oh,
wait, no,
I
you're
don't
really
know
angry
about
at me. I
that.
don't
I'll
trust
give
you.
you. Oh, come here.
I don't know about that.
I just want to give you a really big hug. That's all I want to do.
Okay, Glass, you're still holding the knife, so if you're trying to deceive him, you're failing miserably. Second, I can build you a fantastic just chest harness. He can just sit right there.
And
he'll be
suddenly,
facing- he'll be
from the
facing away from
shade, there is an ominous cackle. As Vlas and Aridin are... your minds are shattered. Make me will saves.
That's the cackle, by the way.
That is actually a pretty good cackle.
Wisdom?
Wisdom save. It's just will save in Pathfinder.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Main tab, bottom right.
Got it.
Aridin, you feel better.
He's okay.
Vlas, on the other hand, you suffer. Your mind feels like. It feels like. If there was a pane of glass between you and the other side, there's now a crack in it. Something hurts.
Yeah, no. So what I'm thinking is we just get you a chest harness. That way he's.
I don't know if he likes that.
He looks
Glass.
like he's been talking to me.
Okay, you know what? If you're not going to listen, why would you engage in a conversation?
No, there's something in my head.
Yeah, it's called your brain.
It's probably that. No, he probably has the weird ice headache thing.
No,
It's hurting from misuse. He doesn't use it often enough. He's trying to think and hurts.
Hold on, let me help if I can. I
Hey,
want to take a little couple steppies over and just pat him with a guidance. Just give him a little +1. Maybe
my
for later.
In my struggle, I wind up swinging over and hitting Mac.
Ow.
All right, Mac. If I had to hazard a guess, it has something to do with that wraith over there. So do you want to maybe turn your attention to that? And I will walk over here, just sigh, and just kind of like pick him up.
Whee!
Alright. So, now to the just keep looking at Alexander. Alexander, as they come closer. Mac, Eridan, make will saves once more as this strange, misty figure lets out another cackle or whine or whatever it would like to do.
Doing great.
Well, the first one was a 29, I think. What happened? Hit it twice? No. Yeah,
Nope.
29.
Yeah. So. And Vlas, you actually also, I just realized you are in the radius. You must also make me another will save, but you suffer a -1 penalty from the first failure. Vlas, you drop unconscious.
Man, it's a good thing we can't see Vlas. I'm sure he's okay.
I'm sure he's fine. Just
not okay.
Okay.
I got a little headache.
Mac, I understand you're excited, but stop whipping your tail back and forth. You're hitting me in the dick. Just...
No.
Mac, unfortunately with your roll, the Shade's wail has hurt your brain for lack of better narrative.
I hate opera.
Mac, what do you do?
What does that have to
Rain
do?
Frost! It's a cantrip. I can keep using it. Pew pew.
All right, make an attack roll.
What does opera have anything to do with this? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Mac, the ray of frost simply builds up around the stump. It as if somehow it was shielded from your magic. You think that, or give me an Arcana check. Or Intelligence, your two favorite.
I also have another thing I might do in a second.
Very well.
Potentially. Man, I love that number tonight.
Mac, you have no idea what happened, and as the spell fails, you both are forced to make another will save as the wraith's wail emanates in your ears. Okay, Mac, even with your loss? Okay, you both are fine. But you can feel the danger and the fear.
Right, so I'm just gonna
Hold on.
I
have another idea.
Down. Oh yeah?
And while you're doing that, while you're doing whatever you're doing, detect magic.
Fantastic.
Very well.
30-foot radius.
Mac, the lantern in front of you is indeed magic.
Wow, who would have guessed it? Is there anything else in here that's magical? Besides, like, the stuff I expect, like anything on us?
At the moment, there is nothing in your 30-foot radius that is magical that you can detect aside from this glowing, ominous, uncomfortable lantern.
I did my best.
So I'm just gonna walk over to the lantern. A shield.
All right. Eridan, give me a strength check.
Is strength check or an attack roll?
For this, a strength check.
Click on the strength score, I guess.
It's the strength bonus. You see in the bottom left, it's got a 20-sided die. That means it is linked to a die roll.
Nope, that is a 6.
Eridan, as you're pushing your shield down, it's not... You're realizing this isn't... You're hitting something before... You see the lantern, but it's as if there's something in the way of the lantern that you just can't see.
There's a shield on it. Can you dispel things?
I don't know that spell.
Oh. That's too bad.
Phelan, as you watch your two friends struggle and Vlas just fall to the ground, what do you do?
That's a great question. Let me think for a hot second. I should have been thinking while I was sitting here.
Oh, and beside you is Judy, the other friend who I just now remembered.
Here.
My apologies.
Yeah, we all forgot she was
Wow.
here. Dang.
Didn't she have an icon?
She did.
She
yes.
did. Now it's gone. Where is she?
Is she a ghost too? Is she the
No.
ghost?
Ah.
I had to boop. There she is.
Oh, there we go.
Judy.
Perfect.
So Judy suddenly, Phelan, I've been here the whole time.
Yes, Judy. Judy, do you...
You gotta imagine that scene from South Park where Kenny just fades into existence. Just
yeah, because it was a two-parter.
Do you know, like, what just happened to Vlas? Like, do you know anything about these shades? Like, what happened? How do we help him? How do we get him out?
I'm glad you asked me, because I'm here mostly for expose. But I know this has something. Your poor friend Vlas has suffered too much mental trauma. These are spirits. They attack the will, and if they can outpower your will, you just fall unconscious, and then the forest will take you if it can render us all helpless like that. I'm guessing... I don't know too much about that lantern, but I'd say there's some sort of powerful illusionatory magic on it. It's not quite what it seems, and I think it can only be taken down by a powerful enough spell to penetrate the shield. But I would advise against touching it or hitting it with your bare hands, or touching it or getting too close in general.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
That made me think of something.
Sure.
Would I detect the lantern and the shield being two different magics?
No.
I don't know the type or anything, but just they're separate.
No, but as you see it, it looks as though the lantern that's emanating magic is a bigger area than what the lantern should be filling. And the shade harasses you again.
I'm sorry for interrupting. I just want to. Oh my
God! Well, you succeeded. I now have to make an emergency bio break. Excuse me. Just 1 second. I'll make my wisdom saving throw first, though.
All right.
Oh,
all right, Aridin and Mac. Now suddenly, as if the boughs of your imaginations are breaking, and there is a sudden coldness and fear in your mind, as in your peripheral the darkness grows.
Yep, there it is.
But he only got hit once, though.
Add a misc modifier to your will saves. Here we go. Misc. You've got a -2 now.
Are you describing the shade as doing a black breath?
Alrighty. Actually, while Charlie is away, we are going to now flash back to our heroes try to muddle through this conundrum. Meanwhile, back on the ship, we have Skip, Selena, and Lxndr. As Lxndr, you've been, again, doing a meditation and helping Selena deal with the issues brought on by the werewolves. Meanwhile, Skip, you've been dealing with the irate townsfolk as they badger you about the ship and all this hullabaloo about not actually helping, and there's quite a bit of fear-mongering amongst this town, and it makes you wonder what exactly is going to happen.
Ah, yes, there's my boat. A little smaller than I expected.
All right. So Lxndr, Selena humps and harumphs as she looks to you and like, I think one of us should go talk to Rune again. They're having a city hall, and I think it's best if somebody from our party is present, because I'm afraid things might get a little strange.
ATM, pause for a sec. Dramatic pops.
Oh, yep.
Just for my own clarification, is this before or after Mac left?
This is after Mac left.
Okay, so then he knows about the werewolf then.
Mm.
Okay. Continue.
You know what, Selena? You might be right. Maybe I should go talk to the townspeople.
Well, it worked the first time.
Don't recall that faring too well last time.
Last time, smash time. This is a different time.
Fair enough.
All right. So, Lxndr, you set out on your merry way, and yeah, you can see the town is in a bit of an uproar. It seems whatever has happened has only all this talk about who might be a werewolf and what to do and whether or not your party is to be trusted has not led anybody to any sort of workable solution. And you begin asking around and learn that, yeah, Rune is still in one hell of a long town hall that's being held at the inn where you first found yourself petitioning to the group, or petitioning to the townsfolk to let you help with the werewolves. Why am I doing a thumbs up?
I don't know.
You're just not proud of us.
Good job.
Great job, guys.
You're giving yourself some encouragement. Good job.
That's Lxndr reaching out to the DM.
All right. So, Lxndr, you enter the inn into one hell of a commotion, and now we go back to our first improv challenge of the night. Sorry, it's a little late. Sometimes your best preparations as a DM find ways to, well, you all saw what happened.
He means us.
Sometime.
What?
So, we are going to go into our, again, another variation of the dating game in which Lxndr is once again going to have to soothe a town full of angry, angry individuals. Now, we will, Curtis, Charlie, Kurt when he comes back, Kayla, Ryan, you will all be playing these individuals. Just so you are aware of the context. Since you've been gone, new things have come to light. People want to know who this traveling group is and whether or not they can be trusted. It is now known that the werewolves are in and amongst you, and in and amongst the town, and they don't know who to trust. One of you has been bitten by a werewolf. And I'm going to let you decide which one of you wants to take on that role. And we will begin. Lxndr, you walk into a room full of hullabaloo.
Rabble, 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 rabble. Someone think of the children.
Where's my monkey?
One of those werewolves took a dump in my front yard.
No, wasn't a werewolf lady.
People, please. And Lxndr, you see Rune scratching his head furiously. people, there's... And he looks to you as you've entered, Lxndr. See, we have one of the people now. You, little fella, where are your friends? They're out trying to kill the damn werewolves, right?
As far as I know.
All right.
What else did you want to know?
Well, we want an update, and also, now, Curtis, your character steps forward, whoever you would like to be. One of the things to consider is there's also been a murder in town. The murder of one cantankerous sea captain who was found drowned and floating in the canal. He was a relative of yours, and you are not pleased about whatever has happened. And rumor has it that one of Lxndr's companions was the last one to see this old man alive.
Wow. Well, first off, I'd like to remind you that you promised that you would bring peace and order back to our village, and you haven't really done so yet. You've been giving off promises like you were some orange-head politician in the last island that we got rid of him. He was not very... He didn't really tell anything that was of any value, but I need to understand something right now. First off, my uncle is missing. He was missing, but I've noticed some bodies that were all over the village, and I'm also seeing some in the river, and some of our villagers are saying that, well, that's a big problem. It's like, really, your uncle, what did he look like? He was kind of a big guy, really messy beard. Was he a little bit gray? Yeah. With a scar on his face? Yeah. I think we found your uncle. He's kind of bouncing off our ship. Sorry. You're joking. He's dead? Yeah.
And Kayla, your character suddenly barges up to the front, demanding an explanation as to why this man was found dead near this person's ship.
I am demanding an explanation for why this person was found dead against these people's ships. Isn't that kind of suspicious?
I suppose it could be suspicious. Or it could be someone placed evidence against our ship.
What? You mean the waves? That's not exactly, evidence in our favor.
Lxndr, if you want this explanation to take, you are going to have to give me a diplomacy check as you try to coerce this individual that perhaps this was simply something of nature. Kayla, your angry patron remains unconvinced, and if anything, you resent this little imp. What even is he? A halfling? Pfft. Whatever he is, he's person. Lying.
He's a little freaking liar. Like, what kind of explanation is that? Like, it just happens? You expect us to just believe that? You random group of whatever you are just show up one day, and then all of a sudden people start dying and werewolves are running around and like...
Well, I thought the werewolves had been going on since before we got here.
Yeah, but now they're like, you said you were gonna stop them and you didn't, and now it's like getting really crazy. So
yeah, it is getting worse.
Exactly. Like, so are you like working with these werewolves? Like,
there seems to be some confusion. I never promised that that we would absolutely take care of the problem. I do recall saying that we would do our best.
So you're saying that you're gonna just do at least half the problem or a quarter of it? She's right. This is suspicious. I think there's some. I think there's some.
There's something going on here.
I agree. There is something going on here.
Yeah, and it has to do with you.
Now that you're among us, you're acting very suspicious.
Ryan, your character steps up to try and keep the peace and calm these irrational thoughts as best you can.
Everyone, I was thinking that, maybe we're being too hard on these guys. They didn't have to do anything for us, and
they
going
haven't.
out there.
The only thing that's happened is people have died.
Well, I mean, there were those werewolves that attacked, and I didn't fight back. I know you guys didn't fight back, but I saw these people fighting back, and I haven't seen them since. And I think, my brother saw the kobold running off past our tater fields and into the woods. And, I think that's probably where the rest of them are too. They're probably out there doing their best to fix this. I mean, we only gave them like a day and a half.
The potato farmer is right.
That kobold, was he the one? Was he the one that with the sock puppet? And was he wearing pants? Or not? He was moving so fast.
He doesn't wear pants.
I think it's called Schrodinger's pants, where it's whatever's funniest at the time.
He doesn't wear. Yes, he doesn't wear pants unless totally necessary for comedic effect.
And
magical.
Charlie, your character emerges, not quite sure what to believe, but demands that action be done, no matter what the cost.
Okay. I'm just gonna dispute this right now. We're getting too many cooks in the kitchen. There's too many voices. What is your name? Good gnome?
I think it's pronounced Gnome.
Is it Gnome?
I think it's Gnome.
Name? Nomi?
Anyway, what's your name?
My name is Lxndr.
Lxndr. Would you mind terribly just stepping out so that we can have this conversation without the cacophony of other voices? I feel that the brewing emotions in this room are not expediting any actual progress to finding out what is actually happening.
I cannot step out. Instead, what I'll do is sit silently and listen to you guys' complaints.
Kurt.
Well, are you gonna do anything about it?
That's when you realize, as Lxndr takes a serene pose, you catch something underneath his robe, right near the collarbone, that looks like the bite marks of a canine maw.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey! He's got a bite mark on his neck! He's been bitten! He's gonna turn into a werewolf and kill us all!
Oh, yeah. I was bitten.
You're with them! He's with them!
Oh my god. I knew it!
Oh my god, he's right.
I knew it. I knew it all along.
Let me tell you guys how it happened. In song.
I mean,
what?
Well, now hang on.
Uh-huh.
It's a song. So,
okay.
When was the last time we had a song?
Lxndr. The
stage is yours.
We had a song when my uncle was alive.
That you mean that sea shanty that had like 6 or 7 racial slurs in it?
It was still a good song.
Are you guys listening?
Yeah, please.
Sheesh, I put a lot of work into this.
All right.
Okay, I'll start again.
Okay. Something just occurred to me. Even if he does turn into a werewolf, he's going to be like the size of a Pomeranian.
Hear ye, hear
They just, like,
ye.
kick 'em.
This is the beginning of the song. I was just tuning up.
Oh.
Tuning your flute.
In the fight, I took a bite. And then I felt the transformation begin.
You know,
But
maybe
then
he'll turn into a smaller werewolf.
Yeah, but still going to be like this.
Something began to shake.
You know,
So I began to bake.
Could be like a hairy.
Bake
lizard
out
rider.
that poison that would have begun to
Bake-
change.
Bake cookies? Did he say bake cookies?
Maybe.
Yep.
Ooh,
So the
for the meeting.
change
Ooh.
Yeah.
ended, and the wolves were slain.
So the wolves don't like baked goods. The baker's still alive, right?
Right? Oh, yeah. Like, we could just start baking.
Yeah, no, that we could just go on a bake.
Alright.
Yeah, no, a bake sale. We haven't had a
Oh my
bake
God!
sale
Oh
in
yeah,
forever.
you know that'll solve everything. Just
Yeah,
you know,
I mean-
we're being ripped apart, and just
I heard you guys'
some
local
bread.
bakery, the Wake and Bake, was actually having a sale fairly for the 420 celebration.
You know, this is probably the worst thing in the world that can happen to me right now. I mean, my wife gets impregnated by a freaking werewolf and all that stuff because the baby came out and he's hairy as shit, just like Henry down the street and everything. But she swore it was one of the werewolves got her during one of the later attacks earlier this year. But you know, I mean, now we got this and everything. So
That sounds like
to the crowd
a.
that you got cucked really hard.
My uncle talks about your wife a lot too. Well, he used to.
Yeah, I know.
So,
All the men in the village talk about my wife and everything. She's popularity.
All right. So I've got to stop this now. Otherwise, it's just gonna keep going.
I don't
Lxndr,
understand why my uncle's headbutting your ship right now.
Lxndr, your flute manages to quell the crowd for a time, but I am going to need a diplomacy check from you as you attempt to persuade everybody. Excellent.
Now listen.
At this point, the people around you are now talking about a bake sale, but from the center of the crowd, Rune approaches, along with that pinched nose guard and the not Gilbert Godfrey, but sounds like Gilbert Godfrey guard, and they have shackles, and they say to you, anybody who's been bitten is being locked up. And he points to you, Godfrey. Do it.
Why is it always me? I don't actually understand why you give me the most dangerous things. The first time you came up to me and said, "Hey, my uncle needs to be evicted from my house." Why would I want to be the bad guy there? And now you're asking me to put these very human shackles on a very small gnome. No offense, but
That's
these.
okay. No offense taken.
What do you want me to do? Put both of his hands? I'm just gonna say they. You never know. But did you put both of the hands in one shackle? Is that what you want?
Tie
What do
him
you
up.
want?
And he gives you a rope instead. I'm sure you won't get any protest from him. And he gives you a very stern eye, Lxndr. And you know that you can attempt to flee back to your ship, or you can go with them for the time being.
Look, none of this is necessary. If he were to turn, he would have turned hours ago.
It's okay.
He's been with the orc. Shackle him as well.
You shouldn't have said anything. It's okay.
Yeah, shackle them both. Shackle them both to the freaking wall.
And
Xander,
Kurt,
it's me, Nathan. Use the pen. Use the pen.
Okay.
Kurt, your character slowly fades back into the crowd, hiding the bite mark on his arm beneath his robe. and we are going to cut here for intermission because I know you're all raging to say what's going on and what's happening next. We will be back in a moment.
And this is where I'm going to have to leave you guys. This was a great fun today.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
And so now we get into the judges' halftime show. Judges, please, we'll start with James. James, let us know the scores, any moments that you want to shout out, or anything that you want to criticize, please let us know. And I'm just realizing I have to reformat your display. So.
There are two, and they both came from Charlie. First was standing over the severed wolf, hearing from behind his voice, "Did you get him?" And his response is, "Oh, right, the acid, right." And the second, when he was a lowly villager, just mentioning that, but if he turns into a werewolf, he'll just be a Pomeranian. Those are the two highlights.
Very good. All right, do you have a second place contender?
This round, I think the follow-up will be Kurt as Blast the Ass.
Excellent. Alrighty, thank you. And Christopher, what you got for me?
Well, first things first, good job, Mac, for figuring out that the thing you need to do is put out the light.
I tried my best.
And you will continue to try your best, and I believe in you.
Yay!
That said, my second place is probably also Blast the Ass for being willing to take a ray of frost to the, ass. It's one thing to be able to take that on the nose and go, yeah, no, that makes sense. And I appreciate that.
It also made cool his arrow wound from several episodes ago.
Colorized.
Blast the pin cushion.
Colderized.
There's nothing quite like being a rogue and realizing you're going to have to be the tank, too. That said, I do have to give a very close third place to a shared Iridan and Phelan, because Phelan realizing, oh, I'm a ranged character, and that thing is right in my face. That's going to end so badly. And at the same time, Iridan and his... what is that shield even made of? How do you get it to bounce? How?
It doesn't. If you're wondering, Mr. Parker, it does not actually obey the laws of physics.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
No, you're a kobold. You're not allowed.
What's a law to a non-believer?
That's not how that works, but
Thanks,
we'll just
Bugs
go with
Bunny. All right.
And then he questions my dagger when I set it on fire.
Iridan won't tell you that he got his shield from an iceless nation, covered in cloaked in
secrecy,
highly magical technology.
Also, hey, I vow to you guys one day I'm gonna have pulled down every instrument I have up here. There's a lot.
Oh wow.
Okay, so
you have a trumpet?
No trumpet. I have a clarinet, but that would take a minute to set up.
Respect.
I've got a didgeridoo right here.
No.
Nice.
Let's didgeridoo.
I have a ukulele.
I love didgeridoos. They sound awesome. That
Yeah, I've got a ukulele up here.
Fuck yeah.
He's going to go Tiny Tim on us.
No, I think my lute's up front, but
you got harmonica?
I would like to point out. I would like to point out my shield does not come from an isolationist country with an invisible. I got my shield from my mom.
All right.
I have a bike horn. Do you want me to go full clown?
Just when Ryan could not be any cooler.
We are resuming our game. Like it or not. Says me.
Last time on Far and Away.
Right. So, Mac, just need you to focus. I need you to wait for me to get out of range and behind you. And
I have a better idea. Why don't we just leave?
Yeah, I think you both should. get away from that thing.
My head is really hurting, and my eyeballs, I think, are spinning, and it's a lantern. It's not following us.
That's fair. So let's just see if we can get a good line of sight.
Like you tried, I tried twice. I don't think it's working out. I think we should just cut our losses and go.
Well, I mean, we're not going to go entirely. We have to deal with the... Hang on. Werewolves. That's what, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna just continue on. Leave this area.
This would be the entrance to the forests. We're going into the forest so we can deal with
let's
the
just
werewolves.
walk around the light.
Right. Well, you could continue to try and destroy it. I'm pretty sure the shade is actually feeding off of it somehow.
I mean, what's the shade? He hasn't done anything to us yet. There were the wolves, but we can't prove that was him. How many wolves can one guy get?
I'm pretty sure the splitting headache that I have and Blast was unconscious.
Yeah, so let's just go.
Oh, shit, hang on.
I can walk over and stabilize him.
He's just unconscious. I don't think he's dead. I'm just gonna go and grab him and drag him out of the.
Don't leave me.
Well, then walk.
Scuttle.
So it takes you a little bit, Mac, but eventually you all are outside of the light.
Until I get you that chest harness, you're going to have to walk a lot of it.
I got tiny feet though.
Judy walks up to you and he goes, "Perhaps something in its own radius can be used to destroy it. If this whole thing is enchanted, perhaps," she just kind of gestures to some of the sticks or rocks and stuff around. Perhaps something of the forest might be able to damage it. I say that specifically because I want to go into our next improv game called Props. And so, we need a thumbs up from both judges, and for any of our audience members who want to participate, please put a thumbs up in the chat. I'm sorry, I'm realizing that there's actually been quite a bit of people in chat, but for some reason, when the window is minimized, it doesn't come up. Thank you.
Yeah, that guy's mic's ignoring you.
Aye. Damn. Okay, well, sorry, it's been so... If we get chat so infrequently, I didn't realize how it worked. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? I am dumb with a capital B. Alright, so... Man, we've got people I don't even know here. This is really touching. Thank you.
Who's talking?
Alright, so... Sorry, I'm really excited. Yeah, I have an audience. So, judges, I need a thumbs up, and we need the participation of all the... Show me your thumbs up if you like what our actors have to offer, but each one of them is going to discover a prop, and the more... It can be as outrageous as they want, but they have to find a way to fit it into the canon. How can this specific prop that they find be used to destroy this lantern? And we are going to begin with... Kurt's not here, so Phelan. Phelan, you've been watching this whole time. You hear what Judy has to say. What do you find?
Been
unconscious.
I'm in character. I'm laying on the...
You're dedicated to the bit. I respect that.
I'll still go first anyway, because I'm gonna do a little digging in the dirt. I'm gonna dig around a bit until I find a very big worm. And I have this very big worm, and as I am a creature of the forest, as is this worm, we are best friends. We love each other. And this worm is going to listen to me when I whisper in his little wormy ears and say, "Go eat the lamp." So I'm going to tell the little wormy, I'm going to be like, "Go crawl into the lantern over there." I'm going to put the little wormy down on the ground, and he's gonna crawl his little wormy way over to the lantern to go
to be
attack
slowed.
Lefty. He's gonna be very slow, but he's gonna be very determined because we're best friends.
Not just slow, slowed.
Slowed.
Just gonna
He's
look
gonna
at
try his
Phelan.
best.
Just gonna look at Phelan. So what do you want to do for the next 12 hours?
Find some more worms.
All right, so Phelan,
Look at the worm after me.
you all look to see Phelan pull a worm from the dirt and set it upon the lantern. And Eridan, you go next as you wonder. You genuinely don't think this is going to work, so you suggest.
Well,
don't doubt the worm.
I'm not doubting anything. I'm just there's a time crunch. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll come up with something. In the meantime.
Are you saying my worm's not good?
No. I'm just saying that
this worm is trying so hard. Don't you see him?
He really is, and I appreciate it. I do. I'm fidgety, and I'm going to try and do something.
Well, that's a you problem.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to
be patient. Occupy yourself.
That's what I'm trying to do, Phelan. God.
Whatever, man.
Listen, friends shouldn't fight. We should love you.
Well, friends should respect other friends' in forest.
I do respect it. Did we not wait for 4 straight hours for all of your turtles to cross the street?
Yeah, and you got a little pissy about that too.
It's because there was mixed signals. You know what? We're not.
You did threaten his life.
Because he was going to step on the turtle.
No. Vlas was going to step on the turtles. I was respecting it. You just threatened to cut my throat as well. You know what? No. Okay.
Love all the turtles.
Guys, instead of saying what the other person did, you gotta say, I feel.
Hey, Ranger!
I feel like Eridan is not respecting my worm.
Hey, Ranger, down here. Yeah, you dug me out of the ground. You expect me to go to this lamp? You could have at least cast haste on me. Do you know how long this is gonna take? I know you can hear me.
Would that help?
I know you can hear me.
I respect the worm. I'm just gonna go over here and do my own thing, so please stop yelling at me. It's giving me flashbacks.
I cast guidance on the worm. +1 for like 6 seconds. Have fun.
Oh, how wonderful.
What is that?
I feel find a shortcut. But then you forget it.
Nah, damn it, it's gone.
Oh, what is that? I feel. Now it's gone. So I'm going to go into my climber's kit.
All right.
And I'm going to take out my length of rope. And I'm going to tie it around. I'm going to see if I can tie it around tie like a noose or like a loop. I'm going to take a noose. Yeah, you just tie a noose. I'm going to take a dagger, and I'm going to start carving open the wolves so I can find their acid bladder.
Oh.
And then I'm going to see if I can attach that to the rope and kind of swing the rope kind of like this and just kind of toss it. See if I can splash some acid on the... And on the entire time, I'll be humming the MacGyver theme.
I gotta listen to that again. Fuck, why did you do that to me?
All right. So Phelan has the worm. Eridan begins working on getting the acid bladder. We go now to Mac. Mac.
He's gone for a little bit. He's kind of just gone for a bit. He pops out of the trees. He's like, I got this. Guys, hold on. He's extremely bloodied. Very, very bloodied. But it's not his blood, because he ripped out the teeth and claws of the other wolves that Eridan's not messing with. I'm like, I got these. I at least thought they'd be cool.
You're right.
Yeah. I'm very dirty, though. I'm very sticky.
Yeah, the blood tends to coagulate after.
I didn't say it was from the blood. That's just in general.
The blood coagulates. Do not take this from me, man.
Okay.
Do not. It's blood in my
Learning
head.
opportunity.
Yep. We're just gonna. The rib bones connect to the spinal cord. Spinal cord's connected
I like
to
this
the
song.
hip bone. Acid bladder's connected to the wrist. Oh.
This is what we call rock in the Cobalt Den.
Sorry, Matt, quickly summarize for me what exactly it is you're doing. I'm a little confused.
Oh, I came back super bloody and I'm carrying a bunch of teeth and claws.
Okay.
Because I just straight up ripped them out.
Yeah, alright.
I got claws, I can just dig.
Alright, yeah, that I guess makes sense. And Vlas, you have been unconscious for about 10 minutes, which is enough to slowly raise you back up. More than anything, you want to find a creative way to destroy that damn lantern that's been giving you a migraine.
How you doing, big guy?
I'm good. Okay. Oh, hey, look. Is that a wolf skull?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. These are heavy, and still got some acid in it. Okay. It's time for somebody else to get burned. Oh. Okay, let's go.
Alright, so Vlas, you're attempting to smash it with a wolf skull.
Yeah, and it's gonna continue. Whatever comes out, it's gonna continue to do the burn. Ah!
Alright, so to our members in chat, please vote for which of these prompts you would like to see go, would like to see succeed, and our judges as well. Please let me know your vote. You can either type it in the chat, or you can just turn on your mics and quickly say it. Yes, Christopher, that worm is not to scale.
I was just sitting here, and I keep looking at this worm grow bigger and bigger, and I'm like, I want this worm to succeed, because if this worm succeeds, it's going to become the god worm.
This is what guidance does to a man.
So long as no one walks with rhythm to distract the worm.
Exactly.
Dramatic pause. Question, DM.
Yeah.
The werewolf teeth that Mac found, are they extremely sharp? How sharp exactly are they?
Mac, how sharp are they?
I mean, have you ever looked at a dog's mouth? They're about that sharp.
I'm just saying, could he save them for Phelan and maybe turn them into arrowheads for her?
I mean, probably.
It's
possible. If she asks.
Okay, please continue.
I'm not smart enough to come up with the idea, Mr. Divine Voice from above.
She is a ranger. I think she would be intelligent enough to be able to make things out of nature, and I think werewolf's teeth would actually count for that too. Just throwing that out there.
All right. I want my chat window back. Anybody in chat? Any votes? Any votes? Looks like we got one for Mr. Wormy, although there's also one very smart for...
I got a name. I'm Mr. Wormy.
Eridan. Two for Mr. Wormy, including Chris.
Good morning, how are you?
And sorry, James, what were you rooting for?
Well, I had started off with acid bladder, but you know what? The worm wins.
All right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think
that's fair.
Eridan, by the time you get the acid bladder going, Mr. Wormy, you get to the lantern and you just begin chewing on it.
Hey, look, Eridan, look at that. Look.
What?
Look at the lantern.
Okay, I'm looking at the
lantern. Oh, you can't see? With your little puny eyeballs?
Racist?
Guidance.
What? Because I'm not an elf. I don't have good I don't have good eyesight.
You don't.
I'm terribly sorry.
Well, you also.
I didn't win the genetic lottery when I was born. I have to carry a lantern or a torch when it's dark. Sue me. See here, just trying to make a acid bladder flail thing.
But you don't have to do anything because the worm's already there.
Oh, he is?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him.
Oh,
I got dark vision. Hee.
I still can't see very far.
It's because you got sprayed in the face with acid. It's fine. Yep, and I now have an acid bladder on a bit of rope.
Well, I don't think you really need that anymore, so you can probably just save that as...
I think this will come in handy. Does anyone have a vial? Glass vial? Anyone?
Maybe Matt needed it.
Alright,
I
so
mean,
Mr. Wormy.
From tears.
Mr. Wormy, you finish with a bottle of tears. You finish
It's
off
gonna come in handy one
the
day.
lantern. Look. And do you have any parting words for this party that pulled you from the earth, forced you to eat ethereal lantern?
I've had better.
And Mr.
Thank
Wormy
you, worm friends.
scurries back into the earth.
Better.
Bye-bye,
You've eaten one
worm.
ethereal lantern. You've tried them all.
Exactly.
Right.
Later, taters.
All right.
Taters.
Yeah.
Love taters.
Chris, you're right. I think this character may have to come back in a in a future. The God Worm.
In my time of darkest need,
That's the god I saw.
Does that mean I'm on bigger roll now?
It's gonna be a little worm with little plate mail.
All right.
Hello, worm.
So you all continue along. As soon as the light from the lantern fades, suddenly the forest seems a little less ominous and dark. You make your way in, and Phelan, once again, the smell is still a little off-putting, but it is beginning to seem more and more natural now, as you push further and further in through the brush. Unfortunately, your elf eyes are later deceived as you realize something is still off the deeper you get into the forest. And each of you has that eerie feeling. And Vlas, your migraine has not yet gone away, and Eridan, you know that whatever emanation it was that that assaulted your mind is still lingering there, and you are pretty sure that until you leave this forest, it is going to be there, impairing your ability to reason.
So it's not that bad. I mean, it still kind of smells like a hint of rotting corpse, but it's not overpowering. Is that swamp or rotting corpse, or are they the same thing? What am I smelling?
Can you please not talk so loud, please?
Hey, Wes.
What?
I'm sorry, here. And I hand him one of my lesser healing potions that I have. I'm sorry. You're my friend, and I shouldn't have hurt you.
Oh.
Yeah. I can't be too mad at you. I mean, you're not the only one to hurt me recently.
Yeah, that's for you. Feel free to drink it when you want.
You take one pillow and you never hear the end of it.
You stole my pillow?
What? Nothing. I didn't say anything. Did you say anything? I didn't say anything.
So Vlas, Mac gives you one of his vials of slightly luminescent red liquid that Selena bestowed.
Does that taste like cherries? It looks like it should taste like strawberry or cherry or something.
No, it
tastes
like jerky.
Ew.
So Vlas swigs one of the potions. Whoops.
Wait, were you having a craving for jerky just now?
Maybe why?
Clever. That just means that the magic of the potion is actually just going off of what you crave the most, so it's a pleasant taste.
Vlas, you do feel better, and Phelan, as the exchange of potions go down, you remember Selena's request to find the blue ram's horn mushroom, and remembering that she said it would probably be growing in sort of a marshy area. And you look around, realizing the sogginess of the ground and the smell of the dank. This is a fairly marshy area.
Does anybody see any of those, what's it called? The blue mushrooms that we need to look for?
I mean, I can do this real quick. Guidance.
Make a perception roll, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mac, who did you cast guidance on?
Phelan.
All right.
Oh.
So, Aridin, you begin looking around. You're indeed in a dark
also
swamp.
Look around.
Phelan, despite guidance, things are a little difficult for you.
Hang on, wait a
That's
minute.
a 20.
I think I see something.
Is it the mushroom?
Well, it's blue.
Anything else about it?
Mac, get out of Vlas's line of sight.
No, hold on. We got test. Listen, I'm learning. I'm gonna cast detect magic to see if it's a magic mushroom. And I don't mean that like the funny drug. I mean like literally, it's actually magic.
Mac, you don't sense any magic coming from the mushroom, but you do sense something coming from nearby the mushroom.
I wanna go check it out.
Oh.
All right.
Guys, I see something. I sense it with my 5th eye.
Your 5th eye?
Yeah. I mean, I got the other two right here. Who's not showing up?
Oh, you
there yet?
actually... Right, yes.
Inches.
Correct. That would be 5. Well done. You mathed correctly.
Yay. Yeah, it's over this way.
All right.
Mushroom's fine, by the way.
So, Mac, you go looking, and sure enough, right where Vlas said, there are these, seems to be growing in a big clump, but these blue mushrooms that are sort of curved around like the horn of a certain type of animal whose name escapes you, but you find the blue ram's horn mushroom.
I found it. There's a lot of them. I don't trust you very much.
And you realize also what the magic emanation was. For these blue ram's horn mushrooms are growing in the corpse of what looks to be a very good-looking human, and next to him lies a dead gnome with a giant booty. And
evil eyes.
Nearby, there looks like there was a scuffle in this area, and there is a bag nearby that seems to be emanating magic.
Did you find the mushroom? Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot
They're
of
coming
mushrooms.
right
and
out of
there's
the eyes.
I'm gonna pick up the bag. And
Wait,
open it up and dig around.
was this the other party that went after the werewolves?
Thinking so.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I remember because for some reason the person telling the story was very, very specific, and like zoned in on describing how big the gnome's ass was.
Big ass gnome.
It was it actually kind of made me uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. You just said, "Oh, this person's good looking. This person was okay," and then he went into like a 3-minute detail on the gnome's ass.
I mean, I can see why.
I mean, yeah, it looks like it would take you 3 minutes to walk around it, but
it looks like two Clydesdales fighting over a stable.
See, we're doing it right now.
I mean,
Two Clydesdales fighting over a stable? Sorry, I just need a minute.
Wow, God!
That is one magical booty, my lord.
I slap it and it decays instantly.
I mean, it looks like two ships fighting over a dock. I mean, just squeeze together, and it's just.
Let's just stop.
Maybe stop. Maybe
I'm
stop.
done.
Maybe Just.
Anyway, I found this cool bag. It has something in it that's all glowing.
Yeah, let's focus on the bag. Maybe we can use the
okay. I'll get the mushrooms, and then you can investigate the back. God.
Booty like that creates its own wind shear. Jesus.
All right.
Pull out the bag.
See, you are able to collect a fair amount of mushrooms. You bundle them up together, wrap them in some of your, just wrap them in a little bit of burlap that was once used to keep some of your trail provisions, and store them in the bag. Meanwhile, Mac, you look into the bag, and we go into our next improv game. Worst thing to find in a bag of holding.
That's gonna be really hard for me. You guys have to try real hard for Mac.
We're gonna start with Mac. Mac, you reach your hand in and you pull out.
Oh God, you put me on the spot here a little too quickly. Pull out a severed hand.
A what?
A severed hand.
Oh, I just didn't hear what you said.
Severed hand.
I said there's severed.
And normally I'd be pretty excited, but it's a little bit rotted, and moldy food's unhealthy.
Is that a hand?
I think so.
Why is there a hand in it?
I don't know, maybe the rest of them's in there too. We don't know what these guys are into. Maybe they were like Jack the Ripples.
Jack the Ripples?
Yeah. Oh, you guys don't know him. He was this kobold who went around like killing other kobolds. He was.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not good.
Wow.
No.
Sounds horrible.
No, I think he was like an assassin for a dragon or something.
I thought kobolds were supposed to be all like you.
I mean, yeah, but like if a dragon tells us to do something cool, we're probably gonna do it.
Bardak Yashi.
All right. So, who else is curious as to what is in that bag? Which character goes up and takes it?
All right. And just maybe, at the very least, from the very little that I understand about bags of holding, there's nothing that rots inside it. It's when you take it out. Hang on. Oh, yeah, I got something. What is that, book? Hang on. Tusk Love?
What?
Oh, it's a romance novel. Oh, it's one of those romance novels.
Oh, it's
Read
a book.
us a passage. I like bedtime stories.
I don't know if you need to do that.
Oh no, it's fine. I'll just flip to a random page here.
Okay.
The tusks on her mouth framed my phallus perfectly as it. Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
I'm feeling relaxed already.
He pretends to not like it, but he's going to secretly keep it alongside his Aragornian Maid book that he leaves on the ship.
This is
Koboldian Maid.
See, this is weird. I didn't think that they'd written part 4 yet.
You know this series?
Fuck off.
And he broke Curtis.
Did we win the improv?
Do you want to borrow the other ones? It's actually a compelling story. It breaks down racial barriers. There's no more of this. Oh, we can't do anything because you can't have two characters from different racial ethnicities because no one wants to read it. No, you know what? They give the finger to that.
Does it talk about like the discrimination between those with really good eyes and really bad eyes? Because if so, then I think both of you could really benefit from reading it.
Eridan,
I'm on am apparently now on book 4. So, if you don't mind, I'm just going to...
Eridan, as you quickly leaf through it, you realize the back 2 pages have been used as a bit of a scrapbook for these sad victims of the forest. And you see them traveling around, and you see the notes that they've made, and it's telling they have solved the mystery of the purple light and the shade. But you notice the last note that they wrote was, it's the items that don't belong. It's the items that don't belong. And it's underlined and then stained with blood. And then who wants to grab the bag next?
Oh, well, that's just great. They've ruined. I can't sell this now.
Give it here.
Why would you?
I don't know if there's a second-hand market for that kind of stuff.
The bag. Give me the bag, not the book.
You don't want to save the book for your personal collection?
No, this book is absolutely going in my personal collection. But they actually they wrote notes in the back of it. Actually,
let's see here.
Like about the quest, not what they thought.
Not about the book, not their.
I was hoping for a scathing critique on the prose.
It's very rare to find a book like that where the pages aren't stuck together.
Hang on a minute, I think I got something. Oh yay, more reading. Hang on.
Oh my god.
Volume 5?
Do not tease me. Stop it.
Well, wait, he's gotta read volume 4 first. Give him some time. I don't think he's ready for volume 5 yet.
Snake dies at the end.
Okay, you know what, Mac?
Okay, let's see here. It says here. Oh hey, it's about the old Never mind. I think we're just gonna put this.
Well, what is it?
Well,
it's about the old ship captain that was the old man that was sitting on the bay when we got here.
Right. He was sitting on the dock of the bay.
Yeah.
He was the author.
Watching the tides roll away.
Yeah.
The author of the porn. My brother.
It says here that he was highly younger years, highly decorated soldier, sailor, saved many lives, and was sent off to live a very full life and die in old age.
Right,
and
which I believe he did.
It says right here, decree by the king that
oh wow,
anyone brings harm to a hair on this man's head shall face the full wrath of the royal family, and its armies will be taken to the deepest cell of dungeon and the volcanoes of the north, where they will spend their days being killed, brought back to life, killed, and brought back to life until the king sees fit, to the king's family, so many descendants see fit for it to stop.
Well, that's dumb. What are they going to do? Bring the entire ocean back? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, he drowned.
Yeah, he drowned. So
what are they going to do? Murder the ocean?
Yeah, but we're going to go ahead and just, yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad. Like, you know what? He lived out his days, and he did die an old man. So technically, he died in old age, not of. Though one could argue that were he a younger man, he would have been able to swim.
Maybe they'll just boil some water to it.
Yeah, we've just been able to swim. Yeah.
I bet I could have stabilized him.
Yeah. I he was a good man from what I saw.
Yeah, Blast.
You
What's going on, dude?
Nothing.
Did you know this guy or something? Like,
we talked a bit before the attack.
Are you crying?
are you like really?
No,
like,
I'm
was
not.
he a good friend? Were you worked up about his death?
He was just such a sweet old man, and I miss him so much.
Hey,
I only talked to him for 5 minutes.
It's all right.
I only talked to him for 5 minutes, but the way he told me to go fuck myself was just...
Oh, yeah, you're always a sucker for that.
I really knew you.
I know.
Hey, you know what? And I'll pick Mac up and be like, hey, hug Mac.
Yeah, I'm a therapy kobold.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna forget him, ever.
Probably not.
No.
That's very touching.
It's fine.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Phelan, as Mac, as Flash embraces Mac, he thrusts the bag into your hand, and you give us our final
your turn.
worst
your turn
thing
to
to
reach into the mystery
find
bag.
in a mystery bag.
Worst thing to find in a mystery bag.
Yeah, get right in there.
I'm reaching as far as I can.
Do you want to get your head in there? Can you actually see what's in there?
It's pretty dark in there.
Yeah, there's no oxygen. I really wouldn't recommend doing that.
Oh yeah. I'll just reach in without my head in there.
That's probably for the best.
Oh, there's more paper. It's a little paper though.
Oh, big readers.
These guys are some real bibliophiles.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's like a business card.
Business card.
It says traveling book salesman Nathan Fielder.
So we're just gonna light that on fire.
Yeah, I don't think we need this. I don't think this
we
is.
don't need that at all.
Gonna...
I actually have a lamp here somewhere. Hang on.
No, I mean if he's selling books, maybe you want to hold on to it, Eridan, and you can.
Oh, this thing here, this thing
wrote
with Nathan
the Tusk book?
with Nathan Fielder's thing on it. Oh no, it got torn. Oh, it's fallen into the water. What a shame. No one will ever know of Nathan Fielder ever again.
Oh.
All right, an audience, if you had a favorite item, please feel free to make some noise in the chat, and that player will get themselves a rose to be used probably in the next game, because we're close to wrapping up for the evening. But, so you have all... Phelan, there is one other thing in the bag of holding, and as you scroll through the papers, you realize one paper is kind of like a bit of leathery parchment. And inscribed upon it is a very strange-looking rune that you have not seen before.
Do any of you recognize this?
I can try.
Yeah, Mac, take a look at this.
Is it in I gotta double check my thing. Where's my languages? It's here somewhere.
They are, sorry, it's in notes, actually. You speak Common and Draconic.
Yeah, is it in Draconic?
Give me an intelligence check, please, Mac.
Oh boy, I'm great at those.
In no
it's
way
actually
is that a dumb
not
thing.
a bad bonus.
Just general intelligence? Or...
Yep. Straight up D20 roll with a +3. Mac, this is an arcane rune. Wow. The right person can copy this rune onto a weapon of any kind and increase its potency.
Guys, this can make your swords potent.
My sword is plenty potent, thank you.
Okay,
oh, that's actually a magic... Oh, sorry.
Kobolds don't have entendres.
Alrighty, and Eridan, it looks like you get a bonus rose next game because Eridan's Book of Love has been voted.
Yeah!
Can you remind us the It's Tusk Love. Thank you, Christopher.
Yeah.
Love wins.
I've got to write that down.
That is,
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, does anyone have
Shout out.
any more of those Nathan Fielder pins? I'd really like to just attach one to this to keep it with me.
But I would like to give a personal shout out to Kurt for laying his own sentence on Thicker for throwing the old man in the water who couldn't swim. And also, beyond that, you've all got yourselves a now empty bag of holding.
Tibbs. Well, I want to confirm that. If I remember right, you can do this, and I flip it inside out.
You put a bag inside it.
No. If you do this, it dumps everything out. I'm just double checking.
Oh.
Yeah. Mac, when you do that, a couple of moths skitter out.
How'd they get in there?
Well, they obviously flew in. All right then. All right. Well, got a
Dibs.
bag of holding.
Oh, don't eat the moths.
I found it.
He can eat.
Oh.
I was talking about the bag, but the moths do look tasty.
The moths are.
How'd
they are
they
good
live
source
in
of-
there? There's no oxygen in this thing.
They are a good source of protein.
Stop.
Magic moths.
Maybe it's a magic bag.
All right. And with with that, actually, there is a fell, distant howl emanating through the forest.
Oh, fantastic. All right.
Oh, the wolves.
Yay.
Good. We're getting closer to where we need to be.
Nice.
How decayed are these corpses again?
What?
What?
I'm asking in general, how decayed are the corpses?
Give me a perception check, Mac, as you examine the corpses.
That's the wrong window. Man, I really love the number 3 tonight, guys.
Mac, you don't know much about, rate of decay or really anything like that, but they look like they look like food that's been left out for a few weeks and probably shouldn't be eaten.
Enough for me. I cut off an arm. I put it in the bag of holding.
No.
I'm holding on.
No. No.
Guys, it's for the wolves. It'll distract them.
Well.
I mean, he's
good work.
He's got a point.
Okay, but if I catch you
I
chewing
feel.
on it, you're losing it.
No, I got plenty of rats still.
All right then.
Yeah, I just take like an arm from each of them. I gotta be fair.
Fair.
All right.
And pop them into the bag. Then put the bag around my shoulder. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
All right then.
Let's go feed some wolves.
So you continue through the forest. Phelan, you take the lead as your ranger eyes are best at piercing the darkness and navigating the terrain. With your cloak wrapped about you, you feel like it's very easy for you to blend into the trees, almost become a shadow in the night. Aridin, you follow close behind, and Vlas, you keep watch at the rear, leaving Mac between you and Phelan, just in case something happens or if he gets into trouble.
I am the night. I was born in the darkness, molded by it.
You're bright blue.
I mean, darkness doesn't really have a color when you think about it. It's the absence of color.
Well, I mean,
technically it's the absence of light, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, I mean,
So where's our other person? Do we have an exposition?
Judy is also there. I'm not gonna lie, Judy is only there if you interact with her. Until then, I'm not gonna bother narrating for
Judy.
Yes, I'm here as well, says Judy. Is there anything you need to know?
No, I just wanted to make sure you're alive.
I need to know if you're alive.
If I don't check on you every 5 seconds, you cease to exist.
I will get better at this, I promise. It's been a while since I've been an NPC.
Are you incorporeal? Are you God?
So, Judy,
Let's not judge Judy, shall we?
Shut up! You shut up!
Keep on
You're
walking.
getting kind of moody, aren't you, Judy?
If I had a rose, I'd give it to you. That was well timed.
He's kicking us off the call right now.
I was thinking of it.
Just fucking game's over.
Everyone loses. You all die.
You.
The wolves pop out and eat your faces.
All right, so we're about to wrap this up.
Hey, damn it, me, Mike. We're canceled for next week.
Judy is walking alongside you, the two of you taking up the rear. You with your dagger ready and your eyes sharpened to the... Thank you, ERG, or EGR. Judy with her heavy crossbow, the two of you looking. Judy starts muttering, I don't think... something's not right. And Vlas, as you look around...
Who's making that noise?
Oh, it's... I just naturally assumed that we were being surrounded.
And Phelan, as you look around, you find yourselves up ahead in the distance. That's the body of the that sexy human and the big-ass gnome. You've just gone in a very long circle. And that is where we will end our session for the night. Womp, 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 indeed. So thank you very much for joining us.
Books fall everywhere.
Yeah. 7 concurrent viewers is a new record for us, so thank you all so much. This is the first time we've been able to have a participatory chat. It looks like we've got some roses. We are going to... Excellent. All right, so we're going to be starting some people are going to have a couple roses next start. So we'll go right into the judges, starting with James. James, who's your first and second place for today?
Well, again, I'm going to give it to Charlie. There's so many random things that pop up, and, proud of him owning his Tusk glove.
Oh, shout out to Critical Role.
I figured.
Is that from Critical Role?
I'll stick with my second choice of Blast. Though I was disappointed that no one decided to try and throw the cobalt towards the lamp.
I asked.
If I didn't have such a migraine, I would have done it.
The fastball special.
All right.
One day I'll learn a spell to throw myself.
Thank you very much, James. Now, Chris, what have you got being our gameplay judge?
Okay, so taking a look at it mechanically, it's difficult because on one hand, I want to list the games as part of the mechanics, in which it's a toss-up between Phelan and Eridan in that case. But between you, me, and the fence post, the fact that Eridan went all in on essentially bashing the ever-loving snot out of that wolf, to the fact that even though I believe shields are actually like blunt damage, like essentially like bashing,
yeah,
you cut it in half.
Mm-hmm.
It's like cutting something in half with a club. I'm very impressed.
Hey, it can be done. It just takes dedication.
It does. That's what I'm saying. That's horrifying. Awesome. I love it. So, I'm going to give it to Eridan, with a close second going to Phelan for the ever-growing massive worm.
Yeah.
That cracking worm was killing me. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's large. Oh my gosh, it's actually gargantuan. Why?
I'm genuinely expecting like a giant like purple worm to kind of show up. You're like, when the world is mine, your death shall be quick and painless. And then just leave.
You called upon me to eat a lantern. This is the result. I love it.
So now he shall eat the world.
All right, so that is going to add to their total gold score, and then once they get back to town, they can go on a little spending spree, because we've been racking in the gold. Very nice. And Chris, I'm glad that you pointed out the improv games need to be mixed into the rubric. I think I am going to brainstorm a way to add those in, because I've been thinking the same thing. Especially since it's a huge part of the mechanic. And for those joining us, we are still... Hey, right at the end, we've gotten more viewers. Thank you.
Oh,
I hope you enjoyed the wrap-up.
But you missed it.
Don't worry, you can catch the replay next Monday of this session. And then please, again, everybody, please join us for the special with Deb Monroe, who we're going to throw in a little character for her to have there. And it's worked out perfectly because the party is right where I think I need them to be, but the party doesn't always do what you think they're going to do.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. Is that a challenge?
We're going to make sure we're way out in the left field. It's going to be awesome.
Guys, I think we should leave the forest. I think we should just head back for a little
You know what? To hell with this. To hell with the werewolves.
Let's go find Lxndr. Let's go back.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go back and find the ship captain. I'm gonna give him a proper burial.
He was already buried at sea.
He's
It's what he
buried at
wanted.
sea. Yeah, he's fine.
All right, well, thank you to our audience. We are the Actors Dungeon. We hope you have enjoyed yourselves, and we look forward to seeing you in the next session. And until then,
thank you very much.
Catchphrase.